Oh,
Yeah!
fuck!
Oh.
Wait, what? Assassin's Creed. So, Assassin's Creed is the latest video game adaptation movie. This came out in the US in 2015. For us, it's a 2016 movie, which is great. If you enjoyed it, I didn't so much. Joe, on the other hand, quite liked it.
Yeah.
This movie stars Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard, I hope that's how you pronounce her name, I'm pretty sure I've been pronouncing it wrong the entire time on my channel so far, and Jeremy Irons. In this movie we follow Michael Fassbender's character, who is a descendant from one of the assassins, and this certain company need him to go through the Animus just to go back into the bloodline of his ancestor to find the Apple of Eden, which he's been convinced that is going to be used to help cure the world of violence. So, Joe... Assassin's Creed fan, played near enough every game except Unity and Syndicate?
No, I've played Syndicate.
You played Syndicate?
Just Unity.
Okay. How was this movie when you compare it to the games? Does it honour the games?
It honours the games in a lot of ways that most people probably wouldn't see or notice. I think I noticed them more because I'm a huge fan of the games. Huge fan of the games, the stories, everything about them. I love it all down to the very last point, and I research it. Because I'm such a nerd with it, so I knew what I was looking for and what I know what would honour the games.
And did this movie do that?
In a lot of ways, yes.
Did you enjoy the movie?
I did. I enjoyed it, yeah, for what it was, yeah.
I thought it was okay. Now, I don't think it's as bad as most critics are giving this film. They're giving it a lot of shit. I don't think it's that terrible. There are some good moments in this movie, particularly the action sequences. I think were really well done and really well shot by the director of this movie. The director also of Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard on the Macbeth movie, which I really enjoyed. This director has a lot of talent.
It does, yeah.
And you can see it in this movie, but I feel like this movie didn't show his full potential. I feel like in future movies he'll be able to show his potential more in the action scenes, especially because there are moments in this movie where the camera does cut very much up close and personal with the actors, in which you do lose what's going on. There's quite a bit of shaky cam. Not that much, but still quite a bit. A thing that annoyed me, though, was when he's put in the Animus, I know immediately, yes, he's in the Animus now. He's going to be in 1492. Is that when it's set?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
1492, and he's going to be doing all these fighting sequences, but aren't actually taking place. He is in the Animus. But while the fighting sequences were going on in 1492, it did keep cutting back to his scenes in the Animus, which did start getting really annoying. The first few times I can kind of understand it, saying he's not really there, he's here. Yeah. But it got to the point where it kept showing it and showing it and showing it. And I felt like they were doing it to remind the audience to say, hey, he's not really in 1492, don't forget, he's in present day, and he's in a machine. And it started to really piss me off when they kept doing that.
Yeah, in that retrospect I do agree, because the first few times, that's a good idea, they did that well. But as it kept going, it's like, it's not really needed. We know he's in this past, and we know what he's doing, we know where he is.
So then just stick with the action. We want to see him kick ass.
Action. Yeah. Although, one thing I didn't get, though, what were a bit weird for me, is that when he's doing all the free running and stuff, where is he actually going? Because he's in a room.
I think the machine itself, which I actually like the design of the new machine, I think it's really cool, I like that idea. I think the machine itself will support him, so if he's jumping up on buildings and he feels like he is, the machine will hold him there as if he is.
I get that, but like, do you know if like he's going like a distance, he'll be going across a city.
Yeah.
Where is he actually going to?
I suppose you could compare that to, you know, the new gaming VR thing where they've got that machine walking like that, but you're not actually going anywhere.
That's what we're hoping, because I didn't want him to...
Yeah.
But because I liked it, I could leave that aside.
It's a very good point. I'm actually glad you brought it up, because in the action scenes it does cut back to the Animus. Why not cut back to the Animus while he's doing the running so we can see where he's actually going? It does it while he's climbing up shit.
Yeah.
And we can see him jumping on nothing and then climbing up, but we never actually see him when he's running, if he's running on air, or if he's actually running across the room, and then the machine just like picks him up, pulls him back, and it does it again.
Right.
The actors in this movie were really good. I would just like to give a shout out to Caitlin Ramsey's channel. She does have a YouTube channel, and before the movie, she absolutely made my day by mispronouncing the name of Michael Fassbender as Michael Fassbender. You guys might not find that funny. I found it hilarious, and now I'm never going to let her live it down.
We're not.
Ever in my life.
Yep.
So, Michael Fassbender was absolutely incredible in this movie. He's a very good actor, and given what he was given, because I don't think the script was very strong for this movie, but given what he was given, he tried, and you can see he's really trying. He's a fantastic actor. I do really like him.
Yeah.
Marion Cotillard and Jeremy Irons are both incredible actors as well. I love them both, but they did virtually nothing in this movie. I hated that because they're interesting characters, and I wanted to know more about Marion Cotillard's character especially, but they basically had nothing to do in this movie. You can't have 2 Academy Award winners in this movie and give them fuck all to do, and they're both really trying with the material that they have, but it's just not paying off.
Yeah, I do agree to an extent, but I think if they ever did do future movies, I don't know her name.
Marion Cotillard.
Yeah, I think she's gonna get some big shit in that. And I think I'll have to say it now before I forget, but I really thought they were going to do with her what they did with Lucy in the actual game. Basically, in the games, as you're playing Desmond, there's a woman who's called Lucy who works for Abstergo as a Templar, but she's a double agent. She's actually an assassin, and you find this out, and, you start doing assassin shit with her. And I really thought that was what was going to happen, because there's a point in the movie, which I don't want to spoil, where she realises something that I didn't call, and I thought it was quite nice, but they didn't do anything with it. And I'm like, why didn't you do something with that?
When you say that, obviously Lucy is a double agent, so you know that she's in fact with the assassins, and
you don't know this at the time, but find out at the end.
But I genuinely thought that with that, obviously I didn't know that part, but when Marion Cotillard's character saw what her father was doing with this machine, I did kind of feel maybe she'll go on the good side. But in the end, they complete a small spoiler here. If you don't want to hear this, then skip over a couple of minutes or so. But by the end, when I thought maybe she could turn good, or maybe she'll be someone who just leaves and just doesn't want anything to do with it anymore, she immediately goes against that again, and despite for what she was fighting for against in the first place, after a certain thing happens, she then goes, alright, well I'll be the bad guy now. And I didn't like that aspect either of the movie. I feel like this movie has a lot of potential. They just didn't deliver it in this movie. For me especially, I wanted a lot more out of it. There's a lot more that could be improved. There are some good aspects in it, and I don't think it deserves all the shit that it's getting from certain critics, but there is a lot wrong with this movie. For me personally, I do hope that it gets a sequel so they can hopefully try and fix what went wrong in this movie, because I'm interested to see this world expand. There is a lot you can do with this, and the makers of the game have even said this. That's why I've got 10 games out.
I mean, because of that reason, I hope they do more movies. Because it's such a wide universe, there's a lot to explore, and I think they found it a bit of a challenge to get a lot of that into one movie. And I think that's where they've gone a bit tripped over themselves, sort of thing. But out of that, I think they got just enough information to tell us that this is what's happening in the games as well. And I think they stayed true to that, especially with the story of the Piece of Eden and stuff like that, and the Templars being dicks. So I am a true assassin. But yeah, so it's quite hit and miss with a lot of things in it, I think.
Okay, so what rating are you going to give Assassin's Creed?
Do you know, I've not actually given it a think yet, because I really like it, but yes, there is things that could make better. But I could be sounding biased in that because I am a massive fan of the games.
Obviously, we like to explore opinions. This is an amazing thing about movies. If you have your certain opinion, some people will absolutely adore a movie, and some people will completely hate a movie, and that's the wonderful world we live in, I think. If we all had the same opinion, it'd be a pretty boring world.
Yeah, definitely.
So I do want your opinion on this. You're a fan of the games. Did the movie seem to deliver on what the games did? Obviously, you noticed some issues with the movie, but you were quite a fan of the movie, weren't you? So
I did enjoy it. I found myself getting quite excited at some moments that real fans would probably notice, and at times I'd be squeezing Caitlin's hand going, because just even down to a word they've said, a phrase they've said that reminds me of the game, or some of the stunts, because a lot of the fight scenes and stuff.
That's something I didn't point out. I was very proud that this movie, I have to give the movie complete credit for this, that they used very little CGI. The stunt work was all real, the leap of faith was real, and it looked incredible. So I do have to give the movie a lot of props for that. It looked absolutely stunning what they did there.
I wonder if that's why in some of the stuff they've tripped over, because they've been trying to focus a lot on the practical stuff. Maybe for some things, maybe not. But I'd like to think, because then it's as though they can probably redeem that then, and they know what they're going to be doing, then they'll know how to handle that next time. So I think I think I'll have to give Assassin's Creed 3.5 to 4, 3.5 to 4 maybe. Yeah, we'll go 3.5. Yeah,
3.5. Are you
yeah.
sure?
Yep.
You positive?
No, but yeah. I think because it did have issues, it's not the best movie ever, but I really want to see what else I can do with it.
I'm going to go a little bit lower. Obviously, I noticed a lot of things wrong with it. I do think this movie has a lot of potential. I do want to see more from it, but for me, this movie had a lot going wrong. I wasn't thoroughly entertained by it. It didn't give me what I was hoping to see for this movie, and so for that, I have to give Assassin's Creed 2 stars. So, Assassin's Creed, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let us know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Bye!